Hello, how are you both doing?
Very well.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good. Good. The day's over. It's a pretty day. I'm giving blood.
Could you state your name for the record?
Nancy Gorad, Director of Congregational Learning at Congregation Shereth Israel.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
So how would you say the cultural landscape of the synagogue reflects the beliefs and practices?
Of Judaism?
Yes.
The cultural landscape, that's a great term. First and foremost, community, building community, really putting an emphasis on helping others, compassion, healing, being joyful when there are happy things to celebrate, whether it's a wedding, a bar mitzvah, or the birth of a new baby, and being very supportive when there are sad things like comforting the mourner. It is part of the Jewish tradition to have 10 people in a prayer quorum. So to me, that symbolizes that you really do need a community in times of mourning and in times of prayer.
So how would you say that the structure of the synagogue reflects Judaism?
I would say the largest part of the synagogue really is the sanctuary and the place where we pray. And when you walk in, it gives you this feeling of maybe a little bit of awe, but also beauty, and plenty of places for people to sit, plenty of places for people who are handicapped to park, which is a value as well. We don't yet have like doors in the bathroom where you could just push the button and it opens up, which is definitely a value that we really want to show that we're inclusive, but we do have ramps.
How would you say that the artifacts, the materials in the sanctuary reflect how we practice?
Highlighted in the altar, or in Hebrew it's called the bima, is a giant ark, a closet, which safeguards our Torah scrolls. And at the height of the service on a Sabbath morning, and you have to actually ascend, which is symbolic to ascending to getting the Torah, which is the laws of our people. And they are adorned in hangs off of them, and they're embroidered. Sometimes people have donated them. There's a term called beautifying the mitzvah, chidor mitzvah. So as beautiful as you make it, it kind of adds to the feel. And we march it around in the aisles, and it comes out to the people. So in other words, we don't just look at it, but it comes amongst the people. So that's one thing. I would say another thing, if you see like silver Kiddush cups, they're always really beautiful. They're silver, or they have some sort of pretty jewels on them, again, for like beautifying, not just drinking the wine in a plain plastic cup. We have to cover the challah bread. Well, again, a beautiful piece of Judaica. One of the things is just making the artifacts, the symbolism of making something as beautiful as we can in order to perform that commandment. So I would say the Torah, the ark where the the Torah is kept. If you came in, let's say on one of our high holidays, you would see many people wearing white robes, but you do not see that in general in synagogues, except on our high holidays, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, because the idea of purity, so you want to wear white. So a lot of what we wear and a lot of what we do has to do with sort of acting out to give the thing that we're doing more depth. And that's what it's all about. The objects, the clothes we wear, the the leather straps, which are called phylacteries in English, or tefillin. You may have seen pictures of them. It's all about doing, not only saying the prayer, but also doing it. The mezuzah on our door. But on every door it's called a mezuzah, which has a rolled up scroll in here, which has one of our prayers, which just reminds us all the time of God's presence.
How does the presence of the synagogue influence the community around it?
I really would like to say that because of where we are, which is a clearly residential neighborhood you saw when you were driving in, it creates a feeling of that we're all one community, because most of the people that live around here are not Jewish. So they see this building, and it sort of demonstrates or illustrates the aspect of everybody living together. It could also create a sense of a little bit more holiness, but at the same time, we happen to have, out of necessity, security guards. at any time we have more than 30 people in the building. And when we have a lot of people, we actually have 2 security guards, sometimes 3. So that adds a whole level of something that if you were interviewing me 20 years ago wouldn't even be a part of the interview. So it could create more safety feeling amongst the neighborhood, but what it can also do is create a sense of more compassion. So I would say all those things. I would say compassion, sense of holiness, a sense of neighborhood, interfaith community, and respect.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, thank you for letting us interview you.
You are so welcome. I'm happy to do it.